Ladislaus the Speedrun. Let's go! Ladislaus the was a major character of European politics in the mid-15th century, playing a major role in Hungarian and Austrian politics primarily. He has several titles other than his natural title of Austrian Duke, among which are the nickname the Posthumous, Duke of Bohemia, King of Hungary, and King of Croatia. He is also the last ever member of the Austrian line of the Habsburg family, due to his early death without an heir to the throne. Now, that's really something that you don't see every day. Such a powerful person randomly pop out of nowhere. In fact, I'd say the best curriculum vitae I've ever seen right there. For this video, we'll mostly go over his involvement in Hungarian politics themselves because he was the most active there, and that's where the drama is about, you know. This is Albert V, Ladislaus' father, and he, along his wife and father, were able to create a sizable empire which features four different realms within it: the Hungarian, the Bohemian realm, the Austrian realm, and the Holy Roman Empire, which also encompasses the latter two. Let's go over them one by one. First is the Bohemian realm, which oversaw several Silesian duchies, Duchy of Bohemia itself, Margraviate of Moravia. Then is the Hungarian realm, countless autonomous Transylvanian counties, and the Kingdom of Croatia and the Kingdom of Hungary itself. Then we have the Austrian Duchy proper, and finally we have the Holy Roman Empire, which has naturally countless of dozens of duchies, baronies, counties, and so on and so forth. This is Elizabeth von Luxembourg. She is the child of the previous Emperor Sigismund and wife of Albert V. Albert would go on to only have a single child with her before his death in the late 1430s. This death would give the still unborn child the nickname of the Posthumous, meaning the death after the parent. With nobody to rule Hungary in Albert's place, the Hungarian aristocracy would go on to invite Ladislaus III of Poland to ensure himself a reliable ally and a protector from the Ottoman forces who still loom in the south mostly unchallenged. Elizabeth would go on to contest Ladislaus' claim, negotiating with the nobles to not cooperate with him and not coronate him as King of Hungary, but they promptly refused to do so. Ladislaus, being the giga-child he is, would make a vow to marry Elizabeth instead of hunting her down and her infant to remove the child's claims over his kingdom. She would, however, decline the proposal and instead only seek help from her own advisors to manage what goes beyond this charade. She would go on to send her maid to steal the crown of Saint Stephen and take it west into the city of Székesfehérvár, where she was given the stolen crown on the same day she gave birth. There, King of Hungary by Elizabeth and some of her supporters. This is around the time Ladislaus began pursuing the group, forcing them to run out of the city and eventually back into the Austria. Having being crowned king was a massive, dispopular, and very much controversial act that was not recognized by the Hungarian nobility, who preferred to recognize Ladislaus III's legitimacy. During this time, the crusade against the Ottomans was near its climax when the two sides faced each other at the Battle of Varna, located on the northern Bulgarian coastline. On the 10th of September 1444, the battle began with the coalition forces being outnumbered about 4-1. Despite their heavy disadvantageous position, they were able to inflict mass casualties against the Ottoman flanks and eventually have a chance at assaulting Sultan Murad II himself. Sadly, during the battle, Ladislaus III would pass away, sending shockwaves throughout Europe, causing his empire to collapse and enforcing an interregnum on both Hungary and Poland. The Hungarian nobility around this time proposed to Frederick V, Ladislaus' guardian, to make Ladislaus king if Frederick resigned from his position as the boy's guardian. However, Frederick would promptly refuse the proposal. Frederick had used the young child's inexperience and immaturity to serve his own needs and fully exploit the power he wielded as regent and Holy Roman Emperor. Eventually, the Austrian nobility themselves had to step in, asking him to immediately release the child. He, of course, at first refused, but was later forced to do so. Being crowned king, Ladislaus would spend the next few years simply consolidating his realms, shutting down revolts, and stabilizing his grip over his people. It was during this time that he arrested Ladislaus Hunyadi and his brother Matthias Hunyadi for promptly executing the former on charges of treason. This would, however, go on to result in a massive revolution to occur by the Hungarian nobility, staged by the Hunyadi family, seeking vengeance and revenge. The revolution would force the young child to again flee the nation, instead prompting to escape to Prague, which he had secured during his prolonged battle for Hungary. In 1914, the 17-year-old monarch would sadly pass away from unknown circumstances, with his advisors and supporters blaming it on the Hungarians who might have sought to get rid of the young duke. However, modern skeleton analysis suggests that he died from either the bubonic plague or leukemia. With the entirety of the Albertian line gone, Frederick V would go on to inherit Austria proper, soon leading to the full reunification of the duchy. However, he and his own descendants deserve their own video.